Hey friend. So today I want to share three pieces of information that I wish I'd known when I first got started in networking. When you start, you are high on motivation. It's like, yes, I'm going to do this and it's going to be so good. And that for me did not last very long. I ran out of contacts, started getting ghosted by people, and I wish that I was armed with these three bits of information when I got started, and so I thought I'd share them with you. Whether you're new or you're experienced, this will come in handy. So the first thing I wish someone had sat me down and said was that simple doesn't mean easy. And the reason why that would have been important to me is because my business is really simple. It's a really straightforward process. But what I didn't realize is that even though I could understand what the process was, there was a lot of skill that needed to be in place before I could really get people through the process and achieve the results that I wanted. And then on the flip side, just because it's simple for me, and even if I had all the skills and everything, people out there, the general public, have been so scammed. They have been misused. And I'm not speaking about by networkers. I mean, in general, there's so much dishonesty out there that we then come along with our really good offer, our really good product or service, and they look at it and go, that looks a bit too good to be true. And we lose them. So I wish that I knew that simple doesn't mean easy, and that we have to take all of these things into consideration when we're getting out there and speaking to people. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and I say I wish I knew this, but I did, because the especially like 10 years ago when I first got introduced to networking, the lady that introduced me, she said this to me, but I didn't appreciate how important it was. So this is important. The second thing is to get plugged into the company. So whether you're new or you're experienced, get plugged into what the company is doing, the trainings, the live events or virtual events if they do them virtually. This would have made such a difference to me. Because when she first told me, granted, I had young babies at the time. I had toddler twins. I had a lot on my plate, and I was like, I don't really feel like going to this rah-rah. That was me, this rah-rah event. Not realizing that, yes, it's a rah-rah event, but the reason it's like that is because they are motivating you and building you up so that you can then get out there and do what needed to be done. And instead what was happening is, yeah, my motivation started high, but with all the knockbacks and, the no's as we get them, that motivation gets depleted and depleted and depleted. So if every few months you're going to an event or you're digging into some good training that's put on by the actual company, then that your motivation is being built up constantly. So as it gets knocked down, it's still being built up, so you can still get out there and give it your absolute best. And I wish that I had appreciated that advice and gone and done that. So if you can, and especially if you don't have a supportive upline, that'll be invaluable to you. I'm really fortunate. I do have a supportive upline, and I do have really good people around me. But for my own self, get into those events. I was at one of my company events at the beginning of January. I am about to book another one for March. Every couple of months, just to keep myself high on that motivation. Not just high on the motivation now, come on. Attend the trainings, attend the events. They will serve you really, really well. And then the third thing, which is probably the most important thing that I wasn't told, and I guess you don't have to be told everything, but I wish I was told it, is that you will want to quit. You will wonder if your business will work for you. You'll wonder if it's even worth it. You will get frustrated and tired. And the most frustrating thing was to see other people doing what I wanted to be doing and achieving what I wanted to be achieving. And I'm like, clearly they have something that I just don't. And that's not true. You can achieve everything that you want to achieve. You just need help. And I didn't realize that. I just got more and more depleted. So I wasn't going to the events. I was handling all the no's and all the objections. And on top of that, I was seeing other people doing what I wanted to be doing. And it was very, very heartbreaking, actually, because what that meant for me is that I wouldn't be able to create that whole life that I dreamt of, and was that whole motivation that pushed me to join the company in the first place. It meant that I was going to be leaving all of that, and that really was not an option. I needed to find a way to make my business work. And yes, I told you before, part of the solution was building it online. Great. But I wouldn't have gotten far if I didn't have a community of amazing people supporting me. So understanding, yes, I want to build my business online, but I needed someone from the mountaintop, like someone who had gone the distance and achieved the thing. I needed that person to sort of look down the mountain and go, Joe, just go left, go right, climb over that. And then I needed them to really give me guidance. And in this community, that is exactly what I found. There were people there who had gone the distance. And you would think that because they're so far ahead in terms of success, that they won't be relatable. But I was completely wrong. That's so wrong. And instead, what I got was real guidance that was specific to me and what I was hoping to achieve. And to this day, I'm still a member of that community. And it's actually available for anyone who wants that kind of help. So one of the things that I really wanted was to build a business without doing the whole pushy, salesy networker thing. Because one, I didn't like it. It didn't feel good to me. And also, it didn't feel good. I was getting ghosted and being avoided by people who I didn't want to have avoiding me, and I didn't see how it could work long term. So I needed that guidance to understand how I could still do what needed to be done without coming across like pushy and stuff. And I've put a link actually to this community, the community I'm in, the community with all of these people. I've put it in the description, because if you're trying to build and you just need someone to line it up for you a little bit more so that you can travel the path, and that's a good thing, because it's not that it's being done for you. You're just getting a map basically so that you can follow it to get to where you want to be, to get to your destination. So it's in the description. You can speak to the specialist, you can look at all the trainings, you can absorb all of the good stuff from in there, and build yourself up so that you keep that motivation high as you travel along, and still deal with objections, because that doesn't go away, but you just become so fortified that you handle them. It's like water off a duck's back. So yeah, those are the 3 things I really wanted to share. Simple doesn't mean easy. Get plugged into your company, and you'll want to quit, but there is help available. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share. And the good thing is that because this is available to you, as you put all the video stuff that we've been doing in place, you will achieve even more, even faster, because that momentum will build. And so you're getting help on the inside, in the head, and then you're getting practical help with your business, and it all works together to just make you go further faster. And on that note, because we've covered the core video producing and targeting lessons, tomorrow I am actually going to start transitioning into building influence. Like, how do you foster influence now with the people who have started following you through your video content? Because let's face it, you won't be able to put out a call to action and have people actually do it if you're unable to build that trust in you, which is what influence is all about. So that's coming to you tomorrow, so I'll see you then. But for now, check out that community, because it's really nice to have people just reaching back and helping you along the way. So you take care. Links in the description. Whatever you're doing today, you do it safely, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right then, bye.